guys, and once again we're here in Portugal, Estoril track for a Porsche Cup Brazil. So here we have the track. In a couple of minutes we're gonna have the second race. Here is Sunday, and Bruno's gonna show you the cars that we have here. So we have the GT3 Cup, which is a car that the Porsche Cup uses all around the world. And now we're gonna go inside and check out the cars. So we have two cars running for us, and we're gonna have the opportunity to see the pilots and also and get to know a little bit more about the GT3 Cup. Let's go. So straight from the boxes here at the end of the race, we got one of our cars. This is the GT3 Cup, a 4.0 engine. We sponsored this car with Piero Cifali from Brazil. In the race, he had a little touch on the front bumper. Here we're preparing the cars to ship them back to Brazil. So here at the end, we see all the mechanics and all the race stuff getting ready to go back and ship all those things back to Brazil. But now let's go ahead, and I'm gonna show you a couple of other things that we have here straight from the boxes here in Portugal. Come on over. So here from the boxes, all the stuff in groups, they're all from Brazil. We have pretty good results today. We're gonna show a couple of the takes from the earlier race. It was 2 days. We had races on Saturday and on Sunday. So today's Sunday was race 2. We're gonna show you another car that we have here. Is a blue car from Blau with Christian Hunt. He had pretty good results. He did the pole position yesterday, and so the race 1, he had the first place, and today he had the fourth place, which is a pretty good result since at the start he was on 8th position and finishing the race on 4th. It was a pretty good result. So here we got the car from Blau. Here's the Pirovani import. This is one of the cars that we sponsor from Christian Hunt, also from Brazil. So also this car, see we have, this one still has the wing on. They take it off to put the car in the container and to ship it back to Brazil. So here's a little bit of what we have here on the boxes. I'm gonna show you a couple of takes that we made from the racetrack itself. Let's show you the inside a little bit. This is the cockpit of the GT3 Cup. So you see the car just have the driver seat, anything else on it. So the weight is pretty low and the performance of the car is pretty high, which makes this car very efficient. So the GT3 Cup comes like this, straight from the factory in Germany, and all of the cars are just like the same. The only thing that changes are the logos and the sponsors that each car has. Now we're gonna go on the outside. I'm gonna show you a couple of the infrastructure that this event brings, so you guys get to know a little bit more the Porsche Cup Brazil. So here we have gold classic cars. So every part in the world, here in Portugal we have collectors. Here we see a lot of masterpieces that collectors have in Portugal. Most of them are for sale and a couple of them are just for exhibition. Here we have a Carrera RS. That's a very expensive, exotic car. We have a couple of them actually in Brazil. Here we have one Portugal piece. They have made 1,500 units of this car, and which is pretty interesting is that they have a book where they have listed all the chassis and engines that they have made for this car. So which it makes very special and collectible and expensive. So this is the Carrera RS, a very collectible and expensive cars since they have pretty low pieces and also a history. Just like the book that I mentioned before, which is mentions the 1,500 units that he has, where I specify all the engine number and the units that they have made worldwide. Now let's go back and see other cars that they have brought to us. So we have seen the collectible and classic cars. They have a special place where the VIP guests come, which they have lunch, breakfast, and other activities for the pilots and the people that come with them. Straight ahead, we also see other cars that they have brought. We see the 911 Dakar and also a Cayenne, which is a special rally cars that they made. At the back, we see 911 Sport Classic. We see a 918 and also a Carrera GT. Let's go closer so we can show you all of these cars. So this is the 911 new generation 992 Sport Classic. If you go and take a look inside, you can see the difference of a Sport Classic. The interior and all the seats, they look different. Here we have the Carrera GT, Bruno. Carrera GT, one of the only masterpieces that Porsche have made, a very special car. The Carrera GT is a V10, a very collectible piece. And last but not least, we have behind you the 918. So the 918, a V8 biturbo hybrid, super hybrid car. Also very collectible because there's very few pieces all around the world. A very expensive car. But in Europe, we could say it's easier to see. The last video at the Porsche Museum, we have shown this car. And at the back, both of them race cars, both of them street legal, and both of them very rare. GT2 RSR and a GT3 RSR. Let's take a closer look at the inside. Both of them stick shift, which is manual. Bruno, go inside and show the stick shifts. So as you can see at the inside, a lot of weight relief and also the stick shift, both the 3.8 GT3 RSR and a GT2 RSR. Here we have regular street legal GT3, which we could say could be the same platform that they use at the GT3 Cup, the race car that we shown before at the boxes. And here, since we have street legal cars, we have the Taycan. This is the facelift, a brand new 2025 Taycan. You can see the headlights and the bumper. This is the new car, the new generation. At the rear, we could say it's pretty much the same, but in front, they have changed the headlights and also the front bumper and a couple of accessories that we could see in the interior. We're not gonna be able to see the interior of this car since it's closed, but Bruno is gonna show you the front side of the car where we could see the big difference that they have on the new headlights and also the front bumper. And now, at the side, we have a 911 Dakar, pretty exclusive car, similar to the one that we saw on rough roads back there. And also, side by side, we have a Spider RS, which is a pretty light car. We have seen it before. And of course, it's at street legal. Curious about? It takes the GT3 engine centered. So here at the back of this huge event, we can see a lot of containers and trucks. All the tires, they have to bring everything to the racetrack since we have, I would say, more than 50 cars running on the track. All of the parts, engines, they come from Brazil. I bet the tires come from Michelin, which is a big sponsor of the Porsche Cup. Here we have a couple of cars that were involved in a couple of incidents that we had before on the track. People are evaluating all the mass and the damage that they have caused. They're gonna fix the car and ship them back to Brazil. So we see a lot of containers, parts, spare parts. They have to bring everything from Brazil to the track to make this event very safe. So this was the Porsche Cup Brazil, a little quick overview of what we had here at this weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave your like down below and subscribe to our channel so you can see the full content of how it was to participate in the Porsche Cup Brazil here in Portugal. Thanks for watching.